Es un abusador, juega con tu corazón. Sabes decir que no, cómo decirte que te quiero, que muero por tu amor. Yo no he perdido la ilusión, ni el tiempo ni la razón. Oye, déjame curarte este mal de amores. Me duele verte llorar. Oye, el que trata mal yo te traigo flores. Dame una oportunidad. Tu cuerpo y el mío juntitos bailando. Tu boca y la mía felices gozando. Vas moviendo la cintura, sube la temperatura. Yo te regalo mi universo, ya no lo pienses más. Oye, déjame curarte este mal de amores. Me duele verte llorar. Oye, él te trata mal, yo te traigo flores. Dame una oportunidad. Déjame decirte, mami, una cosita. Yo te doy lo que tú necesitas. Solo quiero que tú seas mía. Quiero hacértelo. La luna yo te bajaré. Mi corazón te lo daré. Conmigo vas a enloquecer. Yo quiero estar contigo. Oye, déjame curarte este mal de amores. Me duele verte llorar. Oye, él te trata mal, yo te traigo flores. Dame una oportunidad. Oye, él no te quiere, no sabe cuidarte. Oye, yo tengo un mundo para darte. Yo solo quiero cuidarte. Oye, mueve la cintura. Oye, que seas mía toda la vida. Solo eso quiero.
A speedy welcome to the show for everyone. This is SPEEDy Sports on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. We bring moments of your life, and I am Benjamin Kuji. A lot of people are shocked that Tottenham boss Ange Postecoglou is sacked after winning the Europa League title. That is a little bit shocking. But before we go into that, let's bring you up to speed with the latest sport news around you and around the world. Victor Osimhen has reached an agreement on personal terms with Saudi Pro League side Al Hilal, but a deal is yet to be finalized due to Napoli's firm stand on their 75 million euros, that is over 130 billion naira. That is the asking price. The Nigerian striker has made significant progress towards a move to Saudi Arabia. Osimhen has, in fact, found an agreement with the Arab club regarding the salary he will receive. However, an agreement between the two clubs is still missing. Al Hilal, who recently appointed Simeone Inzaghi as the new head coach, have reportedly increased their bid to 70 million euros in a bid to close the deal. The offer from the club that has just announced Simeone Inzaghi on their bench have reached 70 million, but the Italian champions continue to ask for 75, or the value of the termination clause. Galatasaray have been pushing in the last 24 hours, but Al Hilal keep insisting with improved proposal, over 70 million to Napoli and higher salary for Osimhen. Super Eagles of Nigeria battled to a 1-1 draw against Russia in an international friendly held at the Luzhniki Stadium in Moscow. Russia took the lead in the first half after Nigeria defender Semi Ajayi mistakenly turned the ball into his own net. Despite the setback, both teams played an intense and evenly matched opening 45 minutes. Nigeria responded strongly in the second half, piling pressure on the Russian defense. Their effort paid off when forward Tolu Arokodare netted with a fine finish, his first goal for the national team to bring the Super Eagles level. Both sides had even chances to win it late on, but neither could find a breakthrough. The result means Nigeria concluded their May-June international break unbeaten. And back to our topic of discussion. Tottenham chairman Daniel Levy and the board made the tough call to dismiss Postecoglou despite his achievement of securing the club's first major trophies in 17 years with the Europa League title. The decision was primarily driven by Tottenham's dismal 17th place finish and 22 Premier League defeats, prompting the club to seek a new manager. Reflecting on this, English boss Thomas Tuchel said, It just shows it is not only about titles. If your connection with the club, the board are strong, you can survive season without title. If there's a slight disbelief or the trust is not there anymore, then it is sometimes not even enough to win a trophy after so many years. And I ask, is Thomas Tuchel right when he said, for a manager to remain with a team, sometimes winning trophy doesn't really matter, but what matters is a strong connection with the club and the board. With that, you can survive the season without title. Do you agree on this? You can call us on our studio lines on 0808 427 5464. I'll take the number again, 0808 427 5464. You can also be a part of the show when you connect to our studio Facebook handle. I think we have a caller here. Hello. Okay, we lost that one. You can also be part of the show when you comment on our Facebook handle, that is Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And when you do that, you can read your comments here live. Hello,
good evening.
Good evening. What is your name and where are you calling us from?
I am Abba Lazarus. I'm calling from Abinsi.
Okay, from Abinsi. Do you think that winning trophies alone guarantee a coach's position?
I actually agree with Thomas Tuchel, because looking at what happened in the past, you can see when Arsene Wenger was with Arsenal, how many years it takes them to win a trophy. But Arsene Wenger still remained there as a coach. So I want to agree with him that connection matters. If you're only connected with the board, you can remain as a head coach even without winning
trophies. Yeah.
Yes. So I quite agree with him.
So are you saying to people like Frank Lampard, when he was with Chelsea, when he was coaching Chelsea, he had no connection with the board because he was a legend of Chelsea?
Yes, he has connection, yes. But you see, he has connection.
All right, thanks for calling. Okay. This is actually a fine talking point. There are clubs where, like he rightly said, like Arsene Wenger was with Arsenal for long. Hello.
Hello. Good evening, Benjamin.
Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Kenneth, calling from Nigerian Air Force Base.
Kenneth, go on.
Winning a title, does it help securing a manager's job?
Yes.
Yes, no. Why do I say yes and why do I say no?
Go on.
I say yes because there's a way a manager's season will be going that probably the manager will be all but sacked.
Mm.
Then at the end of the season, if he helps the club secure a trophy, the trophy some way or the other secures his job for him because he has won that trophy.
But this didn't apply to Postecoglou.
No, to Postecoglou, first of all, I would say we all know Tottenham and Daniel Levy. How I don't know if I should say he has been foolishly enough all these years.
Don't use that word again on radio.
because we all saw during Jose Mourinho's time, Mourinho was already in the final of the Carabao Cup.
Yes.
I think it was a week or a day to the final.
Yes.
Mourinho was sacked. Does that tell of someone who is sensitive enough? No. No. Seriously, Daniel Levy, I think myself, I was like surprised hearing. I just turned on my TV yesterday to listen to Sky Sport News. The first news I got yesterday was Postecoglou has been sacked. I said, sacked? Does this club really, or this man really mean well for this club as a whole?
Mm.
You bringing in a new coach. Let's say, okay, Thomas Frank has been leading the race to succeed Postecoglou. Him coming now, is he going to like really give them all they want?
Mm.
This is a club that has not won a trophy for the past 17 years.
Yes.
A manager, and this is a manager who told you outrightly, even before now, that he has always won a trophy in his second season. Any clubs he coaches.
Yes.
Which he ended up doing that, achieving that for Tottenham. And mind you, Tottenham suffered what they suffered. At least they should have considered that okay, Tottenham suffered a lot with injuries the past season.
All right.
Because I watched Tottenham very well.
Please
Tottenham,
just try a round up.
Okay. I mean, Daniel Levy is not just a serious man. That's just all I have to say.
All right.
He's not just a serious man.
Thank you very much. He's of the view that Daniel Levy is not a serious chairman, and his management style is a little bit confusing because, just like he rightly said, if you look at Mourinho was in the finals, and Mourinho, we all know Mourinho when it comes to finals. Mourinho hardly loses finals, and all of a sudden, from nowhere, Mourinho was even shocked that he was sacked. And looking at the team, Tottenham did even better than Manchester United. I would say yes, they did better than Manchester United, but Manchester are sticking with their coach. Manchester United sticking with their coach. I don't know what is the reason behind this. Should trophy actually determine if coaches will be sacked, or it depends on your rapport with the management and the whatever is called, the people that is the power that be. You can be a part of the show. Let us have your view on this. You can be a part of the show when you call our studio line. You can call us on 0808 427 5464. 0808 427 5464. Let us have your say on this. There are history of clubs that always behave like this. They always behave like that. There are clubs like that. I think, unfortunately, I'll be calling Chelsea. Chelsea are so fond of sacking coaches. I think they sacked. Is this Sarri? No, is it Sarri? Sarri? No, Conte. I think Conte. Even after Conte won a major trophy, he was sacked. And that is how Chelsea, people used to complain about Chelsea when I think the coach that is actually complaining, the English boss, he's complaining, saying this, but he was actually, it happened to him in Chelsea. Hello.
Good evening, Ben.
Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Tina from that bank.
Tina, long time.
Not yet.
You're welcome to the show.
Yes, thank you so much.
Tina, what do you feel about what Thomas Tuchel said?
Well, I think for a manager, a coach to be given a job, there must be terms and conditions applied before you start a job, right?
Yes.
And there is no club in the world that will tell me that trophy is not the first priority they look out for in a club. Every club.
Yes.
But sometimes when you don't get that trophy, and I mean you are not winning those trophies, you get to a time they get tired of having you in their club.
Yes.
You know. But the Tottenham case, I don't really know what is the problem. But maybe the man is looking for a particular standard that he haven't gotten.
Over how many years?
I'm just saying that maybe he's thinking that since he have qualified for the Champions League, maybe he sees the man as the person that might not take him to where he wants or what. I don't really get.
Yes.
You haven't won a trophy for a very long time. And you have gotten one of the European trophies.
Yes.
And I don't know why you should sack the coach. It's actually giving him a bit. And so when that was 20 years in
Arsenal.
At Arsenal, and position 4 was their trophy.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, it was their bet right. We don't move out of that place. They move you once towards the end of the season. Okay. But he still served Arsenal 20 years.
And they were successful when it comes to money wise.
Yes, they are. It was a business club after all at that time. They pick a player, a very little player from nowhere, and make you somebody, and they sell you at a higher amount.
Yeah. So Tina, round up. Can you round up?
Me, just saying that trophy is the determining factor. Is just the major thing. Yes, the major thing.
All right.
In any club.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling.
You're welcome.
Tina says a trophy is the major thing for all club. For all club, the trophy is the major thing. Why is it a major thing? Why not the kind of football your coach instill in your players? Why not? Why is it not? Hello.
Yeah, hello, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
I'm Ignatius Cyprian. I'm calling from Federal Housing, North Bank.
Cyprian, go on.
So my own contribution, the basic thing is that, trophy is important, or trophies are important.
Yes.
But then the management of the club will also take into cognizance, and that is, how is the club faring? That is, we have won a trophy, but are they playing well? You know, what's the future of the club going to be like? So sometimes when you consider those things, that the club is not playing well or they are moving backwards, they may have won a trophy, but they are moving backwards. The best is to sack the manager or, let him go.
But if that is it, I think Man City should have sacked Pep Guardiola by now.
In his own case, I believe Guardiola is not a bad manager like that. He's just.
Are you saying Postecoglou is a bad coach?
I'm just saying that the club, the entirety of this season, Tottenham has not been doing well at all. Even before now, they've been struggling. That's the thing.
Okay.
So I guess the club took the decision that this club is not going forward. Though. Let us let the manager go. Sometimes that a manager will not do well this season, but they believe in him that
the
the
next
club
season,
will pick up next season.
Just the way Man U is feeling for how they're feeling about their coach.
I mean, United fan too. So I believe that allow our new manager to continue because the thing is that they took a gamble signing in the middle of the season, so to say.
Yes.
So now next season, no excuses. He has used the last season to do his experiment and all whatnot.
So now let me ask you as a man. Let me ask you as a Man U fan.
Yes.
Manchester United end up winning one of the European trophies. Let's say they are not in any European competition, so to speak, but let's imagine they win a European trophy and they end where they end this season. Will you still want him to continue?
No, that's the thing. But because there's no progress.
Yes.
That's the thing. We have won a trophy, but ending in 17th back to back, no, it doesn't show progress.
Okay.
So, but I believe that next season, definitely, the only way for United now is to go up. So I believe that United will do better next season.
All right. Thanks for calling.
Yeah. Thank you very much. God bless you.
God bless you too.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're just joining us, this is SPEEDy Sports on Asking Radio 98.5, Speed FM Makudi, and I am Benjamin Kuji. And our topic of discussion today is Thomas Tuchel, what he said, that when a manager remains with a team, does the winning actually matters? That's what he's saying. That right, he said, sorry, Thomas Tuchel says when a manager for you, a manager remains with the team, sometimes winning trophy doesn't really matter, but what matters is a strong connection with the club and the board. And with that, you can survive seasons without title. That's what Tuchel is saying, that for a manager, it is not all about winning trophies, but your connection to the board and the management of the team. So, and we are likening it to what happened to Ange Postecoglou. And I'm also thinking about our national team coach, talking about Harry Chell. Do you see development happening in the team? Do you see our national team developing? Are you seeing steady progress? But once you think that maybe he doesn't win any trophy, will you allow him to stay, or you want him to be kicked out? You can call our studio lines on 0808 427 5464. I'll take that again, 0808 427 5464, and let us have your say on this. This segment is almost over, and maybe I'll just take one or two calls, then I'll go to the fixtures for tomorrow if we have any call. If we don't have any call, then I'll just go to the fixtures for tomorrow. Like I said earlier, there are a lot of coaches that this same thing has happened to. We remember play Van Gaal with Manchester United. Okay, we have a caller.
Good evening.
Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Ose, calling you from airport.
Ose.
Airport City, yes.
Okay, Ose, go on.
Winning a trophy, is it a guarantee to secure a manager's job?
Yes.
No. because I am an Arsenal fan. If we look, Mikel Arteta only won FA Cup for Arsenal in his first season at Arsenal.
Yes.
After then, it has been near success syndrome all this while.
But he's still there.
He is still a manager of Arsenal. We look back at Arsene Wenger during Arsene Wenger's tenure.
Yes.
Arsenal last won the Premier League in 2004.
Yes.
It took Arsenal 9 years before they could win another trophy, which was the FA Cup. I mean, if it's win a trophy or you lose your job, or you win a trophy and you secure your job, I think Arsene Wenger could have lost his job over and over again for Arsenal. But he didn't. So I don't think winning a trophy is only a guarantee for you to retain your job.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling.
Of course.
Yeah. I think that is the much we can take for that segment. Tomorrow, that is the fixtures for tomorrow. Fixtures for tomorrow. Let's just take this quick one. And hello. No, we lost him, so we are not going to take any calls again. The fixtures for tomorrow: the UEFA Nations League playoff. Germany will be playing France, while Portugal will be, that is Germany-France match. I think it's going to be played by 2 p.m. Portugal versus Spain by 8 p.m. Then there are also in some international friendlies that maybe you want to watch. New Zealand versus Ivory Coast. There is also DR Congo versus Madagascar. This is the time we have for today. See you tomorrow on SPEEDy Sports on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makodi. My name is Benjamin Kuji, saying God bless your heart. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
This is
Asking Radio 98.5 FM.